Hey, what is up, everybody? Jeremy here, excited to bring you another Starfield shipbuilding video. Today, we have the Shroudbreaker 2 coming at ya, and in this build, it is completely focused on optimizing the ship based on the skills you have, maxing out some of the skills you have, and also including some crew members that help optimize the build as well. Of course, you can find all the parts that are used in the ship found in a link in the description below, and of course, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and yes, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. Subscribe to our channel, as everything does help out. Before we get into the build, let's talk about the skills. Let's talk about some of the skills that we're looking at today. The skills will include, let me see. We should talk about this. One of the most important skills will be astrodynamics, maxing that out. So doing this increases the length of your grav jumps, and also reduces the cost of fuel. And doing that reduces the mass of the grav drives and the fuel that we use, because if you use less fuel, that means we don't have to carry as much, so that lowers the mass of the ship. It meaning that we can use the other parts, or the other additional mass that we're saving for other parts. Also here, we're going to also try to max out anitronic fusion, get an additional reactor get additional 5 power to your reactor, which is super dope. Allows you to do more as well. Those are things that you need to do. And for the tech side, of course, you want piloting for Starship Design 4. Other things you might want to look at is engine systems, particle beam systems at 4, shield systems at 4. Additional options like maybe 1 in targeting control systems. You want to max out, go for it. EM. Totally up to you if you want to max it out. Like, this is like a secondary piece of this build, because we are using suppressors in here. And another piece to look at here as well will be energy weapon systems. The 2 main weapons will be particle beam weapons. You have the Vanguard Obliterator auto projectors, and you have the PBO-175 auto helion beams. But the Vanguard Obliterators, they also count as energy weapons. So the bonuses you have from the energy weapons and particle beam weapons will apply to the Vanguard Obliterators. And on top of that, the crew members that also apply those bonuses will apply to it as well. So that's something worth looking into, maxing out energy weapon systems or having some points in there. But that's it. The big question of the day will be ship command. All right, ship command. This crew, to fully optimize it, you need 6. 5 is optional. I mean, because that optimization with the 6th crew member, that you're basically adding a 5% bonus to something. That's it. That's it. Just a 5% bonus. So I'd say that 6th person, okay, you might leave them out. So at least you want to have 5. But if you don't want, but 4 is still pretty good too. So at the beginning, even if you don't have a point into ship command, you're already going to have 4 crew members available to you. If you put in that 1 point, you have 5, and that's really, really good already based on the crew members that we have in here. All right, but of course, so go for, I'd say for this build, you need to have at least rank 2 if you really want to optimize it. All right, so that's that. That's everything? That's everything. And yes, by the way, if you're noticing why do I have so many points, it's because I am using console to use this for demonstration purposes, because my other character bugged out. Alright, here we go, guys. We finally here. Oh, we got to talk about the crew. That's the last part we need to do. We need to talk about the crew. So here's the crew member that we're going to talk about. Here's the crew members that we're going to need to use. We have over here. Yes, so the crew members are going to include, so this is ranked in order on who you should have, and basically the key max character skill that this crew member will support, and and what they bring to the table. So 2 rules you need to know here is 1. All right, the bonuses from crew members, if they have the same bonus for a certain skill, they do not stack. Only the person with the highest bonus will apply. All right, that's 1. 2, after your bonuses are first applied, all right, your skill bonuses are applied, then the crew member's bonus will be applied to that. So they don't combine together as one big thing. No, it happens one at a time. First your bonuses apply, and then once your bonuses are done and set, then the crew members bonus will then be applied to your already applied to the bonus that you've already applied, or to the is that the best way to say it? Let me just demonstrate it. All right, Sarah Morgan. All right, so I'm gonna max out Astrodynamics, which in this case gives me a 50% fuel reduction. All right, so once that 50% fuel reduction is applied, then Sarah Morgan's additional 30%, or well, not additional, Sarah Morgan's 30% is applied to what already was changed through the 50% fuel reduction. Got it? Let me expand it again. 50% applied to the fuel reduction. Once that's been applied, all right, then you add in a 30% to that already reduced amount. There you go. And on top of that, Sarah Morgan's going to add 1 crew member, so that allows you to have 4 right off the bat. By default, you only have 3 that you can add in. If you add Sarah Morgan, you increase your crew to 4 right there. Sam Coe, he's actually, looking at this, it's pretty powerful. He increases your top speed by 20%. So yes, by 30%. Like, it's more powerful than your application. So based on ship engineering, the bonus I get out of that is I add 20% to the top speed. Sam Coe then adds 30% on to that. All right, so once again, I'm going to be using the 3015 engines, which gives me a top speed of 180. That's your base. You add another 20% with my top speed, and then once that's been applied, then you add another 30%. So it's pretty crazy when you think about that. And if you care about cargo, he also adds additional 10% cargo as well. And if I maxed out my cargo, it would have been 50. So that's payload. All right. Omari Hassan. Oh, another big thing is he already includes an additional dedicated power to your engines. Omari Hassan. So this is the third person that you should want. He increased, if I max out shields, that's 60% additional capacity. He adds another 20% on top of that, and then he adds in a dedicated one power to shields right then and there. And this guy is recruited at Aquila, so he's not part of Constellation. He's some guy that you recruit. So those 2 additional people right there, that frees up 2 additional power that you can play around with. Then the fourth person I'd say you should have is Vasco, because he adds another additional reactor power that's free for you to use. And then for your EM weapons, he adds 5% damage and a negative 5% recharge time. All right. So that, if you only want to have, to spend no points into ship command, that's your main 4 right here. Those are your first 4. Then if you want to add 1, then you can include Barrett, which will include additional particle beam damage and recharge time. That's already on top of my 30% particle beam. All right. And also, he includes an additional 20% ship system repair speed. Now we're going to additional territory. So if you want that 6th person, that means you need to have at least 2 points put into ship command, and that the 6th person will be Andreja. She boosts up energy weapons, and this is an additional optimization. Totally up to you if you want to go for it or not. But yes, the energy weapon bonuses do affect the Vanguard Obliterator auto projectors. Even though they're listed as particle beam weapons, energy weapon bonuses apply to that as well. So you can get up to 60%. So between particle beam damage and energy weapon damage for your character, you can make that an additional 60% bonus between those 2, including those 2. And I tested it, and yes, it does play out that way. And then the bonuses from the crew members, you get an additional 25% to the Vanguard Obliterator auto projector. So that's really cool. Last but not least, just if you want to get that final 5% to your EM weapons, Moara Altero, and he can be recruited at Sidonia. All right, totally up to you. Totally up to you if you want that or not. And that will be your crew member review. Let's get to the build, guys. Let's do this. Let's build some stuff. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to. You're going to see some neat things here, just trying to optimize the ship. So you can already see it has 1352 hull, which is huge for the small ship. All right, and we're still maintaining the 30 light year jump range with 100 mobility and a base top speed of 180. Let's go at it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's pull this out. Let's pull these pieces apart. We're gonna pull it out by starboard and port side, and you can see there is some crazy glitches we're already adding in. That's right. We got some glitches in here, for sure. For sure. Oh, I just want to get this up further. That's fine. I was like, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. It's already separating things apart. That's cool. And for these guys, the reason why I have so many of these glitched in is because for every pinpoint 3G landing gear, you get 3 hull per one mass. That is huge. That's a huge ratio. The only thing that does better is your reactor. All right, and you can only have 1 of those. So I'm stacking hull based on just adding additional landing gear, and of course that gives you more lander thrust. So that's pretty cool, especially when you're dogfighting with these ships. So I'm gonna delete a bunch of these. Oop, keep that though. Okay, same thing on the other side. All right, let's highlight all these guys. Actually, just gonna double click, pull it to the front, and pull the ship bed 200 landing bay, because that's our starting point. So the ship bed 200 landing bay in its aft orientation, that's our first piece. In front of that, we're gonna bring over, whoa. In front of that, we're gonna bring over the Nova Galactic companionway 1 by 1, and underneath that, we have the 100 DP slim docker on the bottom. On to the very front of this, we have the Viking CP100 cockpit. This already has 4 crew stations available to it. And one of the other changes from the previous Shroudbreaker is we're also adding a Nova Galactic control station on top. We're going to leave these windows out here. Behind this, we're going to bring a Deimos Tail A. And behind that, we're going to also have the Deimos Spine C in its forward orientation. And you don't see it, but there's actually 4 of these Nullifier 17 suppressors attached to the Spine C, and we'll demonstrate how you do that in a bit. And right on top of that, right in front of the Spine C, we have the Spine A in its forward orientation, and in front of this, we're going to bring over the Nova Cowling in its top 4 orientation. Actually, we're going to just do that temporarily because we need to make room. We're going to actually duplicate the Nova Galactic control station, bring it to front so that way we can have a staging ground to set up some glitches. That's right, we have plenty of glitches on this ship. Next one, we're going to bring over the Nova Cowling 2L in its starboard 4 orientation, and behind that, we're going to bring in the White Dwarf 3050 engine, and we're going to separate these pieces out. We're going to delete the weapons here. Alright, that's that. Other side, delete these guys out and move over the Nova Cowling 2L in its port 4 orientation. And behind that, we're going to bring over the White Dwarf 3015 engines. Woo! And let's talk about these weapons. Alright, so the reasoning why I have that weapon here is because of this. As you can see, I have some. It's like the previous build, I kind of like use glitches and move this in here first and kind of moved in the weapons last. But as you can see here, if I try to put this PBO-175 auto Hellion beam in place, it's illegal because it's clipping this piece right here. So from this point on, I'm actually going to start by adding the weapons. So first things first, I'm going to put in a Vanguard Obliterator auto projector to the sides of each of the Nova Cowlings. And then I'm actually going to move these back, or move this to the side, give me some room to work with. And I'm getting this ready for the duplication buddy glitch. Alright, so I'm going to actually use the Nova Galactic control station, because you can pretty much use any module as long as it has a top and bottom snapping point for the duplication buddy glitch. So that's one rule. You need to have, for your buddy, you need to have a snapping point on the top and bottom. For the item that you want to duplicate, the second rule, you need to be able to purchase it at the star yard that you are at. That is the key ping, because like when you're duplicating, you're essentially just buying another item at star yard, and these are not, well, these are available everywhere, but certain pieces might not be available. Like yeah, like some of these pieces are not available everywhere. The other thing you need to note is that the area that you're duplicating to just needs to have a snap point to it. It could be occupied already, that's fine, but you need to have, you need to position the module to snap to a specific point that's readily there. To also set up this glitch, I'm also going to duplicate this and put these in the bottom as well, because one thing that happens when you do a duplication glitch, it likes to go to the closest snapping point available to it. So I'm going to block these by already adding the obliterated auto projectors right here, and then I'm going to duplicate this so it's already down below, because I want to duplicate these guys up first. Alright, I want to duplicate them up so that way I can move in the PBO-175 auto Hellion beams in its place, and then be able to merge these down back into that same weapon mount. Alright, so that's how I'm going to roll this. So I'm going to select one, then shift click drag the other, then shift click drag over the control station to have that selected. And if I hit control, you can see that I have the option to duplicate. So I'm going to do that by hitting control G, and it duplicated up perfect. I'm going to hit accept by either typing a space or enter, and it's in there. Perfect. Now I'm going to move the top pieces out. Oops, deleted too much. I'm going to delete these two over here, bring in the PBO-175 on each side, and then I'm going to shift click drag, shift click drag, shift click drag the bottom as I want to duplicate these pieces back down. So control G and hit enter, and both of those are in there. So I'm going to double click the ship to make sure it's good, and that looks good. For the next duplication, so I'm going to duplicate it again because you need to have 6 Vanguard obliterated auto projectors on here. So I'm going to use control this time, and to use control for this glitch, I'm going to tap RB on both of the obliterated auto projectors and tap the bottom. Tap RB on the bottom module, duplication buddy module, and then tap Y to duplicate it and duplicate it down. Then tap A to accept it, and it's in there. And then what I'm going to do is tap LB to make sure all these, like on the main ship, make sure everything is connected that I want it to be. Perfect. And then tap B to unselect. And another variation is a double tap RB to select the whole ship and double check everything is good there. Cool. So that is your duplication buddy glitch for the weapons, at least for this side. So I'm going to delete the floating ones. I'm going to delete the ones underneath. Oh! Deleted the whole ship. And I'm going to delete these guys. Perfect. Let's set up some additional glitches. So the next thing that we need to do is bring in our... Well, there's so many things we could bring in. So first things first, I'm going to bring the 60S protector shield generator, because I'm going to use the flip glitch to bring this in and attach it to the side right here. So for the flip glitch to work, you need 3 things to happen. 1, the object already needs to be in the work area. That's 1. 2, there needs to be a free and open snap point that you can access. All right, so this is not being occupied at all. So that's one rule. That's the second rule. And the third rule is that you need to be able to flip it. All right, so I'm flipping it by tapping Z on my keyboard. So I'm going to bring that in, flip once, flip twice, flip 3 times, and then cancel the placement by tapping either escape or tab, and it's in there. I'm going to double tap the ship, and you can see it's also connected. So there we go. And I'll show that on controller with another piece. I'm going to do this with this guy right here, the pinpoint 3G landing gear. I'm going to bring it. Well, actually, I don't need to. Oh, I do. It's pinpoint 3G landing gear. I'm going to bring it into this place right here. So what I had to do. All right, so what I had to do is 1, to select it, I need to tap A. So tap A to select it, bring it to its free and available snap point. Tap Y once, tap Y twice to flip it, and then hit B to cancel, and it's in there. And just double, I'm going to tap LB to double check. Everything is good. Perfect. Cool. So that's that. I'm going to bring in the other piece, just have it in there. Now the other pieces, these 3 pieces here, I need to use the duplication buddy glitch to move it in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with, which should I start with? I'll start with this guy. I'll start with this guy. I'm going to do 2 at a time. And I'm going to duplicate this one, have one up, and then I'm going to shift click drag, shift click drag, shift click drag the bottom, duplicate it up. Alright, duplicate it up first, that's fine. Shift click drag, or just click it, then shift click drag the other, and shift click drag the module. Duplicate it down, double click, make sure everything's good. Everything's set, perfect. Moving on, going to bring over the grab drive. Oh wait, I didn't explain what the items are. That's fine. We gotta do. So this item, the 500T HE3 tank. So notice that it's a grab fuel jump. It has a grab jump fuel of only 210. That's because of the skills I have. This is based on the astrodynamics, having that maxed out, and also having Sarah Morgan have her bonus applied as well. So you have 50 and then an additional 30 on top of that reduction. So 210 is, I think, it's safe. Like, I tried 160, but there were some ranges that needed to have 170. So a little bit out of range, and this is the smallest one I can get out of it. I wish there was a 180, but it doesn't exist. I wish there was well, 200 does exist, but 210 was the closest based on the orientation that I wanted. So that's how that worked out. So anyway, that's what I want to explain. And on the other side, we have the 104DS Mega Inertial Reactor. This is a B-class reactor that gives you the most power. It gives you 39 generated power, so this is a commonly used item. And now I'm going to bring the R3000 Alpha Grav Drive. Usually it would be an R4000, but with a skill applied based on astrodynamics for this size of a ship, I can use an R3000. And then I'm going to glitch this, use the duplication buddy glitch. Alright, duplicate it up first, and then we're going to duplicate it down. Alright, double click, make sure we're good. Looking good. Perfect. Alright, next thing we need to use the duplication glitch for will be these landing gear. So we're going to bring this landing gear in. Alright, landing gear. We're going to use the flip glitch to get it in its staging area. Bring it in, flip once, flip twice, cancel, bring the other side, flip once, flip twice, cancel, other side, or other piece, flip once, flip twice, cancel, perfect. Duplicate this one, duplicate this one up or down, that's fine. Shift click drag these, shift click drag the buddy module, duplicate it down, perfect. Double click, make sure everything's good, awesome. And yeah, I'll say after doing a glitch, after moving a piece in, double click, like things can randomly shift. It happens. Alright, next part I need to do is duplicate these weapons into its next spot. So I'm going to I'm going to tap this and then shift click drag over one of the Vanguard Obliterator auto projectors, and then control duplicate and move it into place. And that should be perfect. Yeah. Do the same thing on the other side. So fortunately, when you do this, I only grab one of the Vanguard Obliterator auto projectors because there's technically 2 in there. There's 2 in there. So I've only grabbed one, and it looks perfect right there. Nice. Oh, I need to duplicate these guys. I forgot to duplicate these guys. So let me use, so one thing that I do is make sure I put a weapon in this spot, because if I use the duplication glitch, it likes to shift over to that spot. So like I said, you might want to cover up certain spots that it might want to duplicate to, and then duplicate it up. Perfect. And then shift click drag these guys. Oops, wrong one. Bottom one, because I want to shift it back down. Now I have 4 attached to this piece now. So it looks good right here. Looks good. Okay. Woo! Okay. Now the fun part. As you saw, I duplicated this a whole bunch of times to add more hole. And it's awesome. So that's one way I add additional hole. Like, hole is kind of like HP. So you have additional HP. I'm going to take this up because I think I duplicate this 9 times. Oh wait, don't duplicate. I need a duplicated set up first. So let me get shift click drag these guys. Shift click drag these guys. Oops. Grab too many things. Didn't grab the other piece. There it is. Duplicate it up. All right. Double click. Make sure everything's connected. Perfect. Delete the weapons up here. Okay. Then I'm gonna take these guys up high. All right. Shift click drag these guys. And I'm gonna duplicate it down. Once. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. 5 times. 6 times. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Let's find out. Oh, it's not enough. Okay. I think I went for 9 last time. Is that 7? Well, the beautiful part is we could always delete. Oh yeah, and I also have this set stacked up here too. All right, I have lots of hole. Wait, double click. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay, good. It's like, 97. Okay, perfect. So we just delete the rest, or delete a few of these. Perfect. Let's move the glass in. So I'm just trying to select all these at one time and move it in all at once. Hey, so those are your portholes. Yeah. Woo. That's your build, everybody. 1352 hull, 810 shield, 200 cargo, max crew of 8. You're only gonna need 6 for this build. Jump range 30, mobility 100, top speed 1. So maxed out a lot of the stats here. So this, yeah, completely maxing out. Also taking advantage of the skills you have and the skills of the crew members you can recruit. I just want to take a look at one thing. Let me look at the shields just a little bit. Let me see. So 50 at 7. Oof. 6 at 520. Ugh. 810's pretty good. For Class A. 810's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. $930 at 8 with 7%. So, I don't know. So this is an idea. I mean, it works great. The 60S protector shield generator works great because this ship is based on speed. So you go in, get out, recharge shields if you need to, and then come back in. So the top speed for this, you'll see it. You'll see it. We'll do a quick demonstration before we go into battle. But first things first, let's go take a tour. Let's do it. Let's make sure our crew members are assigned. We have Andreja, perfect. Andromeda, no. Barrett, yes. Mora, yes. One of the optional guys. Amari, yes. Sam, yes. Sarah, yes. Vasco, perfect. We have our crew, and anyone else on this crew doesn't do anything. It doesn't add any bonuses.
Good day, Captain.
Good day, Vasco. Let's go enter the Shroudbreaker 2. So I couldn't type in 2 because I ran out of characters. But here we go. Up top, we have
I don't know about you,
our control station.
but a fella could do a lot worse than Constellation.
Hey.
It's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
Everyone's up here.
Have any new books for me?
Shut up, Cora. So,
need something.
But yeah, I know that, like, a lot of people find that some of these characters are annoying, so you can turn off the voice if you want to, and turn off subtitles. But anyway, that's your tour. Here's the other 4 crew stations here. Let's go. That's it. Let's go. Let's put on some fun battle music. Let's get this going, guys. Let's take off. And of course, don't forget, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything does help out, everybody. There's a lot of thrust here. There's a lot of thrust in those landing gear.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Let's see here. All right. Speed. With all the bonuses. 280 top speed. Woo! And if we boost out, what do we get up to? Wait, do I have God mode on? I have God mode on. Sorry, guys. Let me turn off God mode. Hold on. I was playing another character and I was doing. Okay, here we go. Let's do a boost again. Wow. Okay. Glad I found God mode was turned on. Otherwise, this would have been a bad demonstration if we went into battle. Okay, so that's that. Other thing I want to show you is going to fire off all weapons at the same time. And look how fast the Vanguard, Obliterator, or Auto Projectors recharged. All right, so that's not only the bonuses. Yeah, that's the bonuses that I apply for energy weapons. So energy weapons, you get an additional or quicker recharge time, and Andreja also applies her recharge time. And then Barrett, since both particle beam bonuses and energy weapon bonuses apply to the Vanguard, Obliterator, Auto Projectors, that like increases the recharge time significantly. It's kind of insane when you look at that. Do it one more time. So on the right side, that's your Obliterator Auto Projector. Look at the recharge time. That's insane. All right, let's go to Crix. Hopefully Crix is fine. If not, we'll take a nap. I think Crix is fine. We'll find out. And of course, all the ship build parts can be found in a link in the description below for the Scuba Shield. All right, let's do this. I'm hoping that I rested before going in because like I just went into the save.
Get tired of that.
Nobody's here. All right. Here we're gonna go to Copernicus real quick. So quick tip, Copernicus also has a sweet spot to sleep in where 1 hour is 100-hour universal time. It's a great ratio. And it's in the middle of the map, so that's super cool too. Alright, so bear with me, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget about all the crew members we have here that we're using. Where's my bed? Alright, there. Let's do this right. Alright, there we go. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. Now we're ready to go to battle. I had to reset this. My weapon system is good? Okay. Ladder on the music. Ladder on the fights. Let's go.
Let's see how you dogfight missing an engine now.
get out of there quick.
Target Shroudbreaker has been knocked offline.
Enemy Shroudbreaker hasn't been disabled. They're dead.
Kiss of death, everybody.
Target's engines are down.
Target's grand prime is
That was like a
offline.
big bonk.
Nice work.
That was it. All right, there you go. Hey!
Target has lost its engines.
Engine down.
Pretty good. I didn't even fully power my weapons. Nice. So that is it, everybody. That is the Shroudbreaker 2 coming at you. Hope you'll enjoy this video, everybody. Don't forget, once again, all the parts that are used in this build can be found in a link in the description below. And of course, if you love what we're doing, don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as everything does help out. Beyond that, guys, have yourselves an amazing day. Thanks again for watching, and thanks again for all your love and support. Sending on the hearts, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you again real soon. More videos coming at ya. Peace out.